All right, welcome to day 4. So we are already on day 4. So far, what we have covered on day 1 is change psychology, mindset, and the way you look at change, where you look at losing weight and how you perceive it, because that defines everything. Okay, and what are better ways to do it? Everything. Day 2, we talked about skill building because this is about learning to drive the car, not hiring a driver, Ola, or an Uber. So that's skill building part, the neurological part on day 2. Day 3 is where we talked about exercise, physical fitness, and how does physical activity really work, what it can do for you, what it cannot do for you. And today is day 4, the big day. I think this is one of the most important days of this 5-day training, because what we're going to talk about today is nutrition, right? And this is where the game gets even more interesting. So as as you start getting into this gets more and more interesting. I'm feeling more and more excited about helping you make this change over a period of these 5 days. So let me share my screen and let's get started with nutrition. All right. So most controversial, complicated, and least understood topic in terms of health and fitness is nutrition. And why would I say so? Because there are so many myths and mistakes that people make, and it's so devastating. And I feel so bad people making these mistakes. So what we're going to do in today's work in today's training is one. I want you to first make sure that you avoid all the mistakes that you've been making or people make in general. So which saves a lot of time and energy because you're not going in a wrong direction. And then I will also tell you what is the right direction to go so that you can speed up this journey. You can start doing much better with your nutrition and don't fall into any of this myths, mistakes, marketing frenzy around you. So let's get started. Now, before we get started, how many times does it happen with you that when it comes to losing weight, or when you think that, oh, I have to change or improve my health, I have to ask either my wife, my cook, or my help to, cook separately for me, or my family's food choices will get affected if I have to lose weight, if I have to make this change. Now, if that has happened to you, let me just make that very clear. It does not have to. Like simple example, like none of my clients do that. I don't do that as well. Like my son, the younger one, is 4 years old, and my dad is like 72 years old. And we cook same food for everybody. Okay. There is no special meals made for everybody in my house. And none of my clients do. Okay, there are a few changes that you have to make, but it's not cooking separate food looking for new recipes. Okay, so if that's what you're thinking, if that's what is overwhelming you, feel good, relax, it's not going to happen. Okay, and you don't have to do that. Now you might be wondering like how. Okay, so let me tell you this, it's never about what to eat. Okay, it's almost never about the food, it's almost always about you, because what you looked at on day 1 in terms of psychology and your skills, that's way more powerful, more important than what food you're eating. Okay, and let me give you a simple example of my client Mittal. So before we decided to get onto a program and work together, he has this request or condition saying that, well, I don't want my wife to cook separately for me. And that's a genuine request, and I can understand that concern. And I said, yeah, she doesn't have to. And he lost 13 kgs of weight in 7 months, and he's not gained it back even till today. Okay, and we have done this even during the strictest of lockdowns of COVID-19 in the first one. And the funny thing is, when we started working together, he didn't tell his wife about the program that he was working with. But after a couple of months, when he started losing weight and results started showing up, he had to tell her. And in this module, you will understand why you don't have to cook separately and how you can still lose weight. So that's something we're going to cover today. So, fasten your seat belts. We are moving fast towards making changes now. Now, as I said earlier, when I talk about nutrition, people always think it's about what to eat or food. What is healthy food? What is unhealthy food? But here is the thing, that's the biggest mistake. Term healthy is subjective. Okay. When people say healthy, they mean food which has higher nutrition density. In simple words, more vitamins or minerals. And if you look at the definition of term healthy, it is the food that promotes good health. Now, this is very vague, very general, and that's the problem because it one doesn't help you, but it helps marketers to market any food as healthy. So when you hear this food, this is healthy, then you feel, oh, you can eat this and this will help you achieve your goal. But unfortunately, it doesn't happen. That's not true. Nothing really changes if you switch from regular oil to rice bran oil or olive oil. It still has almost the same number of calories. Okay. Nutritionally, little healthier, but if you're looking at losing weight, nothing changes. Or other than this feeling of, oh, I'm making healthy choice and having little less money in your pocket, nothing else is changing while you're making this switch. And what people mean when they say, I'm eating healthy or looking for healthy food is better carbs or better fat. Okay. So when you replace sugar with jaggery or honey, it's still carbs. Little bit variance in terms of calories, it's still carbs. Or if you're switching from wheat to rice, rice to wheat, or wheat and rice to millets, they're still carbs, maybe little less in calories, difference in calories, they are still carbs. So if you're eating fruits and dried fruits, these are still carb rich foods. If you're eating nuts and seeds, they are still fatty food. And if you switch to olive oil, etc. So as you can see, when you say replacing food with healthy food, or when you say something is healthy, all you're doing is replacing that food with better food, which is better carbs or better fat. So actual composition of what you're eating is not changing. Okay, you're still getting similar amount of carbs, similar amount of fat in your food that you are getting earlier. And that's the problem, right? And we'll talk about what should be the right combination and composition as we move forward later in the chapter. But understand, healthy is just better quality. Okay. And some people say that, oh, I eat homemade food, that's why it's healthy. So it's healthy. Now, here is the thing. Let me ask you this. If you're already making healthy choices, if you think that you're eating healthy, why do you think you're here in this training without being cynical? Okay, I'm not trying to be cynical, but why do you think you're in this training? Why do you think you're not able to lose weight? Okay, think about it for a moment. If term healthy or any of the choices that you're making are healthy, you feel they are healthy, why they're not, helping you? Because as I said, healthy refers to quality. However, most people have problems with quantity. And having this label of healthy just makes problem worse because it's healthy. People actually end up eating more, thinking that, oh, it's healthy, I can eat. And when it doesn't work, that's where people give up and think that, oh, I've tried everything, but nothing is working. Unfortunately, you're trying a wrong thing. It's not supposed to work, so you don't see any results. And as I said, just because it's healthy doesn't mean it will work for you. Because look at it this way, what if you're overeating a healthy food? Or you're eating healthy food, like you're munching on dried fruits and nuts, even if you're not healthy, even if you're not hungry. So what happens then? Or what if you have allergy or intolerance from unhealthy food? Say, for example, some nuts or broccoli or any of these. Will that work for you? The simple answer is no. Healthy is subjective. What's healthy for you may not be healthy for somebody else because the goals are different. Is this making sense? Are you learning something from this? Because what I want to really make sure is you get this, because this is very, very important. Get this term healthy out of your mind and think about the way you're making that choices. Put it in the comment below. Like, what were your thoughts about eating healthy, and what was your most important learning about eating healthy in this training? So in next video, we'll talk about diet plans, meal plans, and all of that stuff. But right now, this is about why eating healthy doesn't work, and healthy is a subjective term for you. So thank you so much. Looking forward to your answers and comments below, because I'm reading all of them and I would like to interact with you and help you get clarifications if there are any. So see you in the next video.